everyone, welcome to the fifth entry for the developers log. I'm joined today by Ebenezer. Hello Ebenezer, how are you doing?
Hello, sir. I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, that's good. I'm also good. Quick question. Do you prefer Ebenezer or you prefer Miracle? I'm sure you prefer Miracle.
I actually prefer Miracle, yeah, Miracle.
Okay, sure. So, Miracle. Could you kindly, introduce yourself and give us a brief look at your background, brief summary about your background?
Okay, so I'm Apau Ebenezer Miracle. It's actually part of my name, not officially, but I'm a young male, a 3D artist, and also a game developer in the making. So basically, that's a little summary of myself here.
Okay. Did you mention
I think that's
CGI
it.
architect?
No, a 3D artist and a
Oh,
game
three,
developer.
okay, okay. 3D artist and game developer. Why did you choose 3D arts and game development? Like, what's the
Right,
passion
so
there?
I think the passion has always been there. I like playing games as a kid, so that's for the game development part.
Yeah.
I checked back and then as at 2017, 2018, I was doing some weird games. It wasn't so like common, so the passion was already there. But for 3D modeling, you inspired me actually. You made me enter into 3D modeling. So, yeah, yeah. Because I remember first when we were in school, first year, right? You started, yeah, laughing. Yeah, you started 3D modeling with Blender, and then he inspired me to start too. Yeah, so basically, it was all you. I don't know why you stopped though. You moved to probably greener pastures or something. Oh yeah, so that's great. Oh yeah, that's all you for that.
Wow, okay. Well, yeah, I did start and I was modeling a few things, but the whole reason I wanted to do it was to also go into game development, right? But at a point I realized it's just not for me. Because yeah, I don't know. The interest was still
That's,
there, but I just realized it wasn't really for me. So yeah, I think I started learning how to actually code and I just ended up diverting into backend development. So how has it been so far? How has the game development been for you so far?
well, the journey has been interesting, difficult, but it's also like fun and interesting. I've met a couple of interesting people. I've got a couple of opportunities too from that. I also made a couple of games from that. So like it's been fun, but stressful, but also fun. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you do full time.
Yeah, I won't say full-time game development, like both 3D modeling and then game development, but full-time. Those are what I do.
Oh, okay. That's cool. A lot of people believe that there aren't much opportunities for game developers in Ghana. So how did you find an opportunity?
Well, in Ghana, to be honest, there are not so many opportunities for game developers. Although there are studios there, they are not so much. But then by connecting, I met other people from Nigeria. Surprisingly, have they do have like a larger market for game development, and also people online too. So yeah, that's. I'm also doing my national service in a Ghanaian company. And as much as there are not much opportunities, they are there. If you are so good at what you do, you will also get things for that. And then you can also create your own games and then just sell it. So
Yeah.
automatically, no lose.
But the part of an indie game developer is very difficult, isn't it? Because you have to model everything yourself. You have to render the models. Rendering alone can be so stressful because you have to wait for so long, especially if you don't have a powerful machine. Then you have to do the animation. Like
True.
it's so stressful, isn't it?
It's stressful, very, very stressful. But then it's worth it because at the end, if you see your product, like it's. But then if you also want to take a little easy way out, you can do 2D. It is also difficult, but it's less stressful than 3D in my opinion.
Really,
So,
yeah.
but then again, it's a really fun. I see them the most like interesting aspect of I say computer science. Like game development is really, really interesting. It is difficult, but it has aspects. Like it's nice seeing something like creating your own world. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's nice.
That's cool. That's cool. I once had a dream of, have you watched Sword Art Online before?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so I once had a dream of being able to do
So you
something
want to
like
create
that.
something. Hopefully your dream will come true very soon. Like with the advancement of VR, maybe we'll get there.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe, hopefully. So you mentioned some games that you worked on. Can you tell us about them? How you worked on them, how you made them, the challenges you faced along the way.
All right. So my first professional game would be Spa 3D. I'm sure you've seen that. Yeah. So I did one. So that game actually taught me a lot, like from the development process to the launching process. Made me realize a lot of stuff that I was doing wrong. Yeah. The challenges would be marketing. Like I didn't really market the game very well. And also I targeted the wrong audience. Surprisingly, it was a really wrong audience. I focused just on the Ghanaian market and then it flopped. Let me say so. Yeah. 'Cause Ghanaians don't really play local games, which is sad. We don't
Yeah.
play local games. Yeah. But that game, it was really interesting. That was also another reason why I started modeling because I wanted to create that game. I couldn't model, so like you were doing it, I was inspired. Let me just dive into it, and then so it's opened that path for me. I did learn a bit of animation for that game too, and also the whole logic was also interesting, like shaped me in a way. But then I worked on it for too long, like getting to 3 years on that game, and then it still sadly flopped. So, well, and then we learn. Like when I say flopped, it didn't reach
Yeah, it
the
didn't meet your
expectation I wanted.
expectations. Yeah.
I got like 200 down. Yeah. It was nice for a first game, but then the energy I put inside, I actually expected something way higher. And then we learned. So after that, I did another game project for my final year progress, a programming game. So the lecturers didn't really appreciate it. They didn't appreciate it. And then I pitched the idea for another competition. And then I also won something there. So like, okay, cool. Maybe it wasn't the
Yeah.
lecturer's target to get it. So that's I'm not yet done with that too, but on hold. And then also I've created numerous couple of games for game jams, game hackathons, if you could call it. So created like two, three. The first one was actually nice, but then I didn't win the competition. And it was a learning process. The second I actually won, and the third also won. So listen, we're just growing. So and then all I'd say I've created like 7, 8 games. Thank you. Yeah, so 7, 8, but then professionally like 3, 2, or 4 will be released. If I get
Yeah.
time, I work on others. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. So hopefully I'll create more better games
Yeah.
in the future.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. I like the way you mentioned that the programming game you made, the lecturers didn't really appreciate it, right? And I think that's something that I've
Yeah.
come to realize as well. Usually, some of the ideas we work on, we are not able to get the right people for them, right? But I've realized that so far as there is an idea, there's usually a customer base for it, and you just need to find it. But that's just by the way. Do you have a project you are working on at the moment, in your game development field?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm currently working on 2, 3 projects, not full time, but then the one I'm spearheading the most is the recent game jam that I did. I just ended it last month. So I'm planning on expanding the game for it, make it a fully fledged game. And before that, I was working on an RPG version of the coding game, so to make it more interactive and more lively. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Uh,
recently started learning VR too, so
oh,
I'm
okay.
also
Yay. VR. Okay. Cool. So it means you're going to be making games in virtual reality, like
yeah.
compatible with. Okay. Okay. For the game jams, how do you find the game jams? Like how do you, is there like a specific website you go to and then you see the various opportunities there? Do you say that people recommend them for you or?
So there's a specific website to actually go and check h.io. You can get
Oh,
a lot of
okay.
game jams. But the ones I normally do is from Africa Communicated. It's a Nigerian-based game, that's entertainment. They promote games, let me say that. They promote African games. So yeah, so they normally organize game and tournaments, game jams, so like to engage and draw a lot of African game devs.
Yeah. Oh, I really hope In fact, you are here, right? So let's hope that you will one day do something like that for Ghana.
Oh yeah, hopefully, the time.
What are some of your hobbies? How do you like to relax?
So watching anime, the major hobby of mine. Playing the violin, and as much as like it's a hobby that stresses me sometimes, but it's also a nice hobby.
Yeah.
Then ironically, I don't really play games that much, but when I do, playing games also is a hobby. Yeah, basically revolves around those three: watching
Yeah.
anime,
Yeah.
movie, playing the violin, playing games when I have time to.
I mean, I can see that's a violin, right? I can see the violin there.
Yeah, that's the violin.
Do you think you can actually feel free to say no? Do you think you
Yeah, yeah,
can give
sure.
us like a play as a piece if that's how it's called?
Oh,
Maybe
maybe,
another time.
maybe, maybe another time. And then if by the end of the by the end of the meeting, I'm feeling motivated, I might.
Okay, yeah, to sign us off. Cool, cool, sure. Okay, with your game jams, yeah, with your game jams, do you go as a team or you go, solo? Like, do you work in a team or you go on your own?
Normally solo, usually solo. Like for the game just I'm going out one solo.
And
For the
have you,
next one,
yeah.
one we have something, but we are being forced to make teams. So yeah, I would have to make a team by then. I'll usually go solo.
Have you ever worked in a team for any of the games you've made?
Not really. Okay, personally, my personal projects not really, but then at work, yeah, I've worked in a team. Like I don't really want to collaborate. I feel like
Oh, okay.
and then I need I need to actually improve, and then that's a bad side. So
I can understand. Okay, I was going to ask something. Right. So you're not really into the collaboration here, but are you into mentorship? Because I mean, you've definitely got into a stage that you could potentially help other people, right? At least maybe even if it's
yeah,
not teach them how to actually design games like you could at least maybe like give them pointers and stuff like that. So are you open to mentorship role for anyone interested?
yeah. Actually, I am. I am.
Okay.
I plan on doing that like on a full time because if I want to grow, I need to actually have people working like-minded people I'm working with them.
Yeah.
So it's nice also teach someone, help someone, inspire someone as you inspired me. So yeah, it's really nice.
I really do not know how exactly I inspired you, honestly.
Oh yeah, you did.
Well, it's good to know. Okay. Do you usually where do you usually get inspiration for your games from? You mentioned you like watching anime, but you don't really like playing games. And yeah, so like how do you get the inspiration for the games you want to develop?
So some I take from the environment, like literally what I see around, or what I'm going through, or what I went through. Some too I actually take from anime, like some mechanics, some storylines. I also move from anime. For games, I only play them if, let's say, I want to create a game related to Mortal Kombat. I need to research on how they did it. So that's when I do play games for research. But apart from that, that's usually for fun to earn time.
Okay. And you mentioned you actually
Yeah.
worked on, I think, 3 or 4 like main projects, right, for the game development. Are they like how are they going? Have you commercialized them? Are they online for people to actually go and play?
Right, so yeah, I have commercialized Spa, and then another one was under a publisher, so it's not actually in my name, but it's on Gara store. Probably after I can share link. And then Code Quest is also out for testing, or it's not yet commercialized because it's not yet done. So those are the main two games that I've actually commercialized, and then the rest are in the pipelines. Coming out.
Yeah. I actually
Hopefully
remember
soon.
when you were trying to get people in school back in KNUST to play the SPA 3D, right? I think you made like a challenge for it.
Yeah, yeah, actually, that's it's worked for some time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I do actually house all the blame because once again I was learning, right? There are
Yeah.
ways to make your games interactive to make people come back and all that. So yeah, hopefully my future games will be much more interactive, much more entertaining and catching.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Cool.
Okay, so aside from the 3D modeling and the game development, is there any other like thing you apart from your hobbies as well and playing the violin, is there any other thing you like to spend your time doing?
Solving a Rubik's Cube apart from that. Reading. A Rubik's Cube and reading probably.
Oh, so you also like solving the Rubik's Cube. Interesting. Yeah, one of our previous guests actually also likes solving the Rubik's Cube. I've forgotten, he said you guys
Uh,
are called, he used a specific word, cubists, right?
yeah, Cube as weirdly.
Oh, so do you find it interesting? Like, is it something you really enjoy solving a Rubik's Cube?
Oh yeah, when I started learning, it was actually like engaging. I wake up in the morning and I try my answer, like trying to get it, you know. And then once I got to the whole algorithm stuff, I also do it like when I'm bored to just
Yeah,
try. It's a really nice thing. Hopefully, I'll learn more algorithms, faster ways, and all. So it's
yeah.
another hobby.
Do you need to know how to code to be a game developer?
How to code, not necessarily. If you're asking about syntax, right? Not necessarily, because there are a lot of visual scripting tools there that can help you. But then
Okay.
when it comes to semantics, you do need to have a bit of knowledge on that.
Okay. Can you give us can you like shed a little bit of light on syntax and semantics?
So syntax as in the program language, how probably I use C sharp, right? So how C sharp should work, the functions you
Oh,
need and
okay.
all those stuff.
Yeah.
Not really necessary. You do need them if you want to use scripting, but it's not like a prerequisite to start. And then semantics as in you want to solve a problem, right? You want to move a cube from one place to another.
Yeah.
How do you do it? What's the logic behind moving a cube? So on. So basically reasoning,
Yeah.
which literally everyone has. Yeah. So anyone can start game development.
What has been the most proudest accomplishment in terms of your game development journey?
Since I started, so now,
Yeah,
right?
since you started till now, yeah.
So I'll say winning the game jams. I think that was last year, right?
Yeah.
So normally for the game jams, you're given a theme, like a single word to create a game based on that word, right? Or a phrase sometimes.
Yeah.
So last year they split it into two, mobile and then PC. So the theme for mobile is different, the theme for PC was different. And then I challenged myself and actually merged them together and then created one game that went for mobile and went for PC. And then I came out second on PC, third on mobile. Like, wow, that was really, really impressive. Like, that's why I didn't sleep. I was actually really, really like impressed. Like, and I could actually, I don't know if I'll call it greed or over ambitious, but then it actually worked out. Like,
Yeah.
really, often I've been having a lot of proud moments, getting gigs, getting jobs, meeting people actually,
Yeah.
interacting. It's been a fun ride. Yeah.
Okay, that so wait, with the game jam, do you actually go to like a specific location to have the game jam or it's online?
No, no, it's online,
Oh, okay, okay. So how do you meet people? Just online interactions?
online servers, Discord, WhatsApp.
Oh,
Like
okay, okay, okay. One of our previous guests actually mentioned that it's good to be able to meet people in person because that shows you like it gives you a more genuine interaction, right? So yeah, maybe if
well,
it's possible, you can also try if the game jams, if they have a location or something, you could also try, going there or something.
when I get money, it's usually at Accra, sorry, Nigeria, right? Lagos, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I do have enough money to
All right. Where do you see yourself within the next year?
next year. So probably I plan on setting up my own, when I say game dev agency, I don't use company. Company sounds so big, like agency. So probably next year to be fully fledged, basically creating my own games and also taking commissions as a main source of income, right? And then games to actually promote the agency. Yeah. Hopefully by next year, I would actually spread more on that. Probably helping people too.
All right. And with the earlier you mentioned that Ghanaians don't really like playing local games, right? Do you think that's
Yeah.
something that might change? Do you think maybe it's the type of games that are being produced? Like, what do you think might be the solution for that?
Honestly, so it might change, right? It might change. But then I'm not sure to be in the near future, like very near 2, 3 years. Because most Ghanaians don't even know we have game developers in Ghana. Like it's sometimes it might be the quality of games, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah,
But then again, too, if you send those same quality to probably America, China,
Yeah.
it gets a higher or a larger like audience, right? Even Nigeria actually gets a larger audience than we do here. Because there are a lot of big studios like Nubian, Letiat, they create nice games, but then most Ghanaians don't even know that they created those games. I honestly don't know how we can penetrate into the market. Like times are hard. People don't really want to play games, but
Yeah.
hopefully we'll find it because they still have time to play foreign games, right? So why not just play
If a Ghanaian indie game dev or a Ghanaian company made a game like Assassin's Creed or Need for Speed or something, do you think it would the Ghanaian market would still not really pay attention to it?
first thing is they need to know you made that game, right? Like
Yeah.
if they know you made a game, they would hop on. Because I remember, but I don't know, there's this no, there's this racing game. It was a car game
Yeah,
by
yeah. I remember that as well. Yeah.
Diet. Yeah. A lot of people hopped on it, right? But then sadly, after a month, 2 months, we didn't hear anything about that game again. So now I don't know, is it on our part as in game developers or on the audience? Because in this case, the audience hopped on it. Like a lot of people are actually talking about that game, right?
Yeah.
But then I won't say flopped. It's actually got a huge number of downloads, right? But then after some time, people were just
Even, yeah.
not talking about it again. So if someone creates something like that and markets it very well, keeps on auditing it, I'm sure lots of people hear about it, and then they'll actually get the traction.
Okay. Right. Then maybe it might just take someone going all out and maybe like putting their all, maybe once they are done with the game to try as much as possible to get people on board. Well, I don't know. I don't know. You're the game developer, so that's for you to figure out.
Kind of cool.
What is your love life like? Do you have someone you're interested in? Do you have someone interested in you? Are you seeing someone? What's up?
But yeah, oh, I am seeing someone, yeah. So someone I'm interested in, someone who's interested in me. Yeah,
I
it's nice.
remember.
Remember, yeah,
I don't remember her name though, but I remember.
yeah, yeah. Do you want to remember the name or it's okay?
Oh, sure. Well, if you're okay with saying it on air.
I don't really. It's not something I'm hiding, so
Okay, sure. So
I
you
don't
can go
really.
ahead.
Yeah, Hannah. That's the name. Hannah.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sure when she sees this, she'll be smiling.
Uh-oh.
Because I mean, you had the confidence to actually, open up about it, right? Not a lot
Yeah,
of people
yeah,
would
yeah.
do that. And I won't go further in that aspect because I mean that's kind of private, right? So can you share a moment that was okay, more of like a funny moment, right? Within the past year, like one of the funniest encounters you had.
General
Yeah,
stuff.
general stuff.
So my roommates and second year roommate, Razek. I think you know him, right?
Yeah, I know him, yeah.
So when we were actually about to come to school, we were in a WhatsApp group, right, for freshers or
Yeah.
people who want to enter in. And then I saw him. His name seemed girlish, right? Ranafa. I think I was thinking. He
Yeah.
also saw my name and he also thought I was a girl, right? I thought he was a girl, thought I was a girl. And he actually entered the GF to start like really.
So both of you went to the
But
intention of wooing each other.
I would say we, but we're interested. Like I saw a girl who was about to do computer science. He also saw a girl who was about to do computer. So I think, and then we entered DMs, exchanged hello sign, and I found out he was a guy. So we found out I was a guy. Like wow, and then we actually became nice friends along the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, was my roommates from second year down final year. So
Oh, that's cool.
really, really funny moments.
Are you still, close now?
Oh yeah, yeah. We still talk. We're in a group. I think the
Okay.
previous person is like Cecil is also part of that group. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like
Okay. Cool.
we're in a very weird group. But the story behind that group is so weird. Like literally weird. Weird.
What's the story? I mean, come on.
When we were in school, we wanted to become serious students, right? So it's someone I think Cecil set up a group for assignments. So assignments reminder group. we're supposed to remind ourselves of the assignment and then do it beforehand.
Yeah.
We never solved any assignments in that group. We never did any assignments in that group. We always copying and then we waited for last minute, right? But then talking about nonsense like religion, anime, weird stuff, but we never actually did anything educative and everything. Like,
Yeah.
it's a really nice because meeting fellow devs like why so weird as you are, it's a nice experience.
All right. All right. That's cool. Okay. So the previous guest had a question, right? He left a question for the next guest, which is you. So I'm going to ask you that question now.
All right.
Okay. So what's your take on AI versus developers, the AI versus developers debate? Especially
As
you
in
being, yeah, like
would
especially you
AI
being,
give
yeah, you being a game developer and all that, AI being able to generate yeah, I think it can even generate videos and 3D models now, right?
yeah, it can. Surprisingly, I watched a video this morning, right? So the TikTok video saying AI is not actually artificial intelligence because it's actually working on data that's already been given. So it doesn't actually create its own new thing, right? It's also piece, but faster. So I don't think AI would actually overthrow humans, right? Or actually take our jobs as of now. And I think it's a way to make our works faster, very faster. But then it does have its downside as in any person can take up a tool and then try to replicate stuff, which might seem pleasing, but then it's actually not so good as someone who spends 10 years, 3 years on like right. The problem I have with AI is when it comes to the art, the AI art, because it takes people's references, creates it as
Mhm.
its own it's a bit snobby. But then when it comes to development with AI, game development, yeah, like it's actually speeds up the way. Instead of having to go and search Quora or the Stack Overflow on how to solve a bug, I can just ask ChatGPT and then we move on. So yeah, it can speed up work, but then as of now, I don't think to overthrow or take our jobs for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I think, yeah, the most, should I say, the downside, as you said, is the fact that it does use people's work to be able to generate its own stuff.
Yeah. So
But
weird.
well, I mean, that's the only way they're able to train these models, right? By giving us a lot of data to sample. All right. Do you have any advice for anyone who is watching? Maybe something you want to tell them, something you want them to know concerning game development, concerning, anything at all?
I would say I learned a quote recently, right? Time will pass anyways. Literally short read. But then it says that if you actually want to do something right, and then you think, oh, it's too far, it will take a lot of time for me to reap the benefits, or it will be too stressful. And then just a reminder that time will pass anyways, even if you do it or not. Like time would, where the day you actually dread will actually come. So that depends. Would you be equipped for that day or not? So that's basically if you want to do something right, just pick it up, start,
Yeah.
try and get addicted to it because in my case, when I started game development or 3D, I wasn't finding it so easy. But then I wake up every morning and I'm literally indoors, right? So I just wake up, take my PC, suffer, sleep. The next day, take my PC, suffer, sleep, and so on. Continually, it becomes your habit. You wake up, the first thing is like, I need to go back to that stuff, right? And then what? You become good. I'm not that good, but you become good, right? So just pick up any skill, anything you want to do, like just start. Like just start.
That's good. That's good advice. Anything you want to do, just that time will pass anyway.
So yeah.
Okay. I'm hoping people will actually pick up the advice you just dropped down. All right. Do you
Hopefully.
have any closing remarks? Aside from, you just gave a little piece of advice. Do you have anything else you'd like to say to end the interview, to wrap up the interview?
Well, I just want to thank you for the opportunity, yeah, and then for the inspiration. That's what you don't know how you inspired me, right? But then thank you very much for that. Like literally turned my life around. Yeah, thank you for that. And then I doubt my parents will watch this video, right? But I also want to appreciate them. My girlfriend too also want to appreciate her. She's really been supportive. Very supportive, yeah. And then lastly, the assignment reminder group, the group that supports me. I also want to thank them. Yeah, they've been
Yeah.
a nice boost, right? It's motivating, annoying, motivating also like engaging. So yeah, I really want to thank them too. For now, anybody who wants to support me in any way, probably sharing a flyer, clicking on a link, appreciating my art, my game. I just want to like appreciate everyone. And then promise to not relent and then to do better. Yeah, so thank you.
Thank you too. And I mean, with your parents and your people, you could also just share the video with them, and hopefully, once they see it's about you, they'll
Yeah,
definitely
hopefully
want to see it. Yeah. Thank you very much for being available for the interview and for spending this time with me.
it was a really nice conversation.
Okay. I guess
Hopefully one
then
day, true. Yeah.
hopefully one day.
Hopefully one day I would interview you.
Ah, no problem. I'll be waiting for that day.
Sure.
Okay, so I guess that would also be the time. So, you know, when you interview me, right, I would be expecting that you
Yeah.
start off with the violin.
Sure. Hopefully I'll be more prepared then. Yeah.
Sure. All right. Thank you once again and enjoy your day.
You too. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Awkward, but bye.
I know, right?
Bye.